I'm getting ready to leave Mohawk. I was going to type out a message to everybody, but thought this would be easier. Rose Run, why not? Obviously, I drove her tonight. James had picked over her for the one horse. So, quick look at the program. She looks like she belongs, but 5-6 to 1's fair odds on her tonight, I think. So, there's a light here. There's a light. So I go out of there. I know the 9 and 10 are long odds, and the 10's like super long. I don't want to get bottled up behind those two when I'm thinking Jody is one of the favorites. Jody, James, Chris Christoforou. Those are the 3 horses that are the ones to beat in the race. Now, I can't tell after we go by the TV that James made a break at the quarter pole. Jody's sitting fourth. We get up there kind of quick, but the wind is behind us, leaving the gate and in our face down the backstretch. Now, truthfully, I thought I'd get over there a little slower than 57 and 2. There's an argument to be made that, I could have doubled her up a little bit more, but the way that the 9 and the 10 were climbing, I could hear the 9 right over my shoulder, and the 9 horse, the 10 on my shoulder, and the 9 right behind him. I don't want to flush one of them out and fight with them, right? I'm waiting for James. That's who I'm waiting for. I'm thinking James knows I'm going to land on the front. He's going to come with one of the favorites, the Patrick horse, clear to the front. We get a great trip and, see what happens. Instead, they left me alone all the way into the last turn, middle half of a minute, third quarter and 29 and 3. And it looked like I had put Jody away. I couldn't really tell. And to be quite frank, Rose Run Why Not is better following, but I didn't really want to follow the 10 and the 9. And as the 10's climbing over me in the last turn, I'm thinking, did I miss something? I thought this horse was supposed to be a long shot. We come out of the turn and Bob moved over and was gone. 40 to 1 out of the 10 hole, gone. I look right because I know now one's going to go by me. These 2 are going to go by me. I knew I was going to be 5th. She still trotted, 56 in a piece. That's probably the fastest mile of her life. But I would have rather cover up. I guess in hindsight, I could have let Bobby and Louis go. But with them at such long odds, and at that point, if James doesn't run, that changes the complexity. If Jody comes earlier, that changes the complexity. I don't know all this going around the first turn. I'm thinking I'm going to, 1, try and rate out a mile around 56 and 2. I'm thinking that's where she's ready to go. 56-2, 56 and 3. Up there 27, I don't want to be there, but the wind's at my back. Now the half and 57 and 2. Yeah, I guess in hindsight, I think I could have been there 58. But again, I don't want to flush the wrong horses out. As it turned out, it just didn't work out. The horse that I was waiting for made a break. The other favorite was coming to me, and obviously Chris Christoforou get out late. So you had Bobby and Louis both passed me down the lane, and then the 2 favorites came and picked me off. She's beat like 4 lengths. She raced great, but she belongs in that class. But I guess the big question is, can she do in the next one? I think she's got some growing to do. My only concern with Rose Run Why Not is the injuries she had earlier in the year, right? Had that knee that bothered her again. We had to give her time off. Then she had I hesitate using the word suspensory. She didn't have a suspensory, but it did blow up. We had to blister it a couple of times and shock it, and then it was fine. Did she get cast? Did she kick the wall? Who knows? But these things are they lingering? Are they going to be a problem when the winter months come? All this is going through my head as I'm pulling up. I'll be the first to admit, hey, it would have been great to cover her up. The horse that I was trying to cover her up with, or one of the 3, never materialized, right? In fact, the ones that I put in behind me were horses I thought belonged in behind me. Anyway, didn't work out, but she raced good. Finished 5th, gave a good account of herself again, 56 and a piece on a cold, windy night. It's 7 degrees right now and a cold wind here in Ontario and in Mohawk. So a decent mile from the filly. I'm happy with her, not disappointed. You always want to, you come off the track and you hear the voice. Maybe I'm hearing your voices. Why didn't you race her from out of a hole like James? Well, if I could find a bad group of horses that were exhausted coming out of the turn and all I had to do was weave through traffic, I might have been able to get it done. But these were a little bit better tonight, and they weren't exhausted coming out of the turn. There was some fresh legs coming to me, and they picked her off fair and square. So next week, we'll put her in to go again. It's another filly we may test the free market with her also. But we can put her back in to go next week. James will be down. For those who saying, I hope Anthony never drives her again. Relax. Anthony doesn't want to do a whole lot of driving. This particular filly, James will be listed on again next week. Hopefully, at least he doesn't pick that one over her again. So I will talk to you all again very, very soon. Hope you're having a good night. Not the end of the world. Take care.